What's going on, guys? I'm Entity Maze, here with a discussion video on the latest Pokemon Sun and Moon anime news. So recently we got a brand new preview for episode 53 and 3 brand new titles which are shown on screen along with their own teaser summaries. But firstly, I'm going to give my thoughts and theories on the episode 53 preview. However, if you're watching this in the future, then use the timestamp shown on screen to go to whatever new title you want me to discuss. Regardless, to everyone else still at this part, let's jump right into this preview. So the first shot we see within the preview is Ash and his classmates riding on Solgaleo through an ultra wormhole. So of course this shot continues on from the last episode where Ash and his friends leave the Ultra of Sun on Solgaleo. So there's pretty much nothing else plot wise to say here, but I will say I love the colours of the wormhole, it makes it look pretty. Anyway, in the next shot, we then see what we call in the games Mother Beast Lusamine, and oh my god, she looks so cool, this is really hype. But to any of you who are confused of why Lusamine is like this, that's because she fully merged with Nihilego, making her somewhat evil now, because Nihilego is taking over her mind. But of course, as we know thanks to the previous episodes, Lusamine is actually really nice in this anime compared to the games, so it's definitely Nihilego's mind causing her to throw those ultra space rocks like we later see, and of course control her entire Pokemon team to fight the classmates. Talking about those rocks though, is it just me if I get reminded of the Zygarde tentacles? Regardless of that though, I'm sure Ash and his friends will work out if this is not Lusamine's doing when they first see her in this form, and just plan to move forward once defeating the Pokemon in the way, to then find a way to get her back in her normal self, which that part seems to continue on into episode 44's main focus. But we'll talk more about that episode later. The first shot we see of Lusamine's Pokemon fighting against their classmates though is, well, Teeter Dance. Now, this is a unique way to stop Ash's friends, but I can't help but feel that this is kinda out of place for this tone. But that's just me. The real hype though is seeing Clefable charging towards Lily, as of course them two had a great bond in the past, so this will be difficult for Lily to handle as she might not want to hurt Clefable, and even tell the others not to. But in the end I can see Lily realizing that she will have to if she wants to save her mother. But of course in this specific shot though, I don't see Lily getting hurt. Most likely Ash or some other friend will run into her to save her. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up for the preview. The plot is obvious, hence why my theories aren't the best, but the classmates are actually started to be useful in this arc by battling Lusamine's Pokemon, so this looks like it will be very cool to see these different battles play out. And finally, Ultra Space as a whole looks very interesting animated. But with that preview discussion out of the way, let's now move on to the 3 brand new titles and summaries we got for this anime. Firstly, episode 44, Shine, Z-Power Ring, Super Full Force 10 million volts. Lusamine is being controlled by the Ultra Beast. Ash and the others chase after her, but they won't stop resisting. In addition, even though Lusamine's Pokemon had already been defeated, they are now back, creating serious trouble. This episode will air on December 14th. So moving on to my thoughts and theories. Well, once again pretty much, this plot looks obvious. At some point, Ash and his classmates find a way to defeat Lusamine's Pokemon once again, and Ash and Pikachu will somehow find a Z Crystal to allow them to use 10 million Thunderbolt, or they just somehow get this new power because the plot demands it. And they pretty much defeat the Ultra Beast, aka Nihilegos, allowing Lusamine to be free. If this actually is the case, then that's pretty cool to see that a move dedicated to Ash and his Pikachu defeated the Nihilegos. But I'm sure it's not just going to be Ash and Pikachu to finish the Nihilegos off, because we got another magazine scan for this episode which actually shows us Rowlet and Steenie using a Z-move combo together. And somehow Lana getting a Z-Power Ring too? I'm pretty sure that's black anyway, and would also suggest Kiari's got powered up too. I'm not too sure how those will get powered up as the Tapu's left after opening the wormhole, but I guess we shall soon see, or who knows, this could be an animation mistake. I beg to differ though. Which my overall point is that I believe we will finally see Lana get more Z-move action, which will help defeat the Nihilegos. Same applies to Kiawe. Why I'm saying defeating the Nihilegos though is because I believe they are the ones able to revive Lusamine's Pokemon, so the gang would figure that out and they would have to defeat them instead of Lusamine's Pokemon, while the other classmates aka Sophocles and Lily distract Lusamine's actual Pokemon while the Z-move users do their thing. Going back to Rowlet and Steenie using a Z-move combo though, Of course, like I said with Lana and Kiawe, I can see this defeating an Nalego, but unlike them, this is going to be very interesting to watch as Mallow doesn't have a Z-ring. The only way I can see this Z-move combo working is by Rowlet using his Z-move with Ash, and then Steenie delivers an attack into that Z-move too to make it more powerful or something along those lines. We shall soon see though, but this is definitely the factor I'm most intrigued to see in this episode. Finally, to help conclude this arc, I can see Lily trying her best with her words to snap Lusamine out once the beasts have been defeated, which will work, making Lusamine return back to her normal self. There's also Gladion in all of this mix, but it's pretty obvious that his importance is to battle for Nalegos too, as of course Silvally is made to battle Ultra Beasts, which he owns one. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up for my thoughts on this episode. It seriously looks good. But let's now move on to the next episode teaser. Episode 55. Thank you Solgaleo, our Nebby. Ash and his friends have resolved the Ultra Beast incident, but one day after peace has returned, Ash learns that Professor Kukui has something very important to tell him. This episode will air on December 21st. So moving on to my thoughts and theories. Obviously in this episode, Nebby drops off Ash, his friends, and Lusamine back to Alola. But they will also have to say goodbye to him, as of course the anime wouldn't allow this legendary Pokemon to stay with Ash, which is unfortunate, and of course it lives in Ultra Space anyway. But you know what, Nebby, you were a great Pokemon in this series. Don't mind the haters, it's actually gonna be sad to see you go. Regardless of that part though, I can see the rest of this plot going, that everybody will be settling down at home once again, while Lily and Gladion try to help Lusamine recover, as of course she's gonna feel pain like she did in the games after all merging with Nalego. And who knows, maybe we will see her decide to spend more time with her family instead of working overtime now. I feel like that could be suitable and good development. But as for the main thing this episode seems to be advertising, aka the thing Kukui has to tell Ash, I only really have two theories, which one is that Kukui is going to tell Ash that he's planning to build an Alola League, or two, although this could be going a bit too far, he announces that he's got engaged with Professor Brunette. But bruh, that would be the best! But yeah, I literally don't see anything else that could be important for him to tell at this moment in time. Regardless, just overall this episode looks like it's going to be a nice emotional one and a good finale to the Aether arc. You know what that means though. The next new title is Episode 56, The Strong Sleeper, Komolo's Secret. Principal Oak, or as I like to call him, Principal Stop with the Cringy Puns, has come to the Pokemon School with Komolo in tow. But as the principal tells the students about Komolo, Jigglypuff shows up and the fight breaks loose. This episode will air on December 28th. So moving on to my thoughts and theories. There's nothing to say apart from, yes, the Pokemon School episodes have returned, and this one looking like it's going to be a comedic one because Jigglypuff and Oak are included. Now, if you are a regular viewer, you will know I don't really like Pokemon School episodes that much, but of course I'll still be watching, as who knows, I could end up liking some of these school episodes. And of course further down the road is for more hype stuff once again, aka Ula Ula Island Trials, which is why I also suggest that you guys still stick around to watch this anime too. Regardless, that pretty much wraps up for all the news with my thoughts and theories. However, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this news, along with the episode you're most excited for. I'll love to hear. The episode I'm most excited for is episode 54. Oh yeah, before I sign off as well, I know some of you would be wondering, Entity, do you think the Aether arc is rushed or not? And well, I'll give my answer to that in another discussion video, so stay tuned. And if you have any ideas for any other discussion videos, then be sure to comment them below too, as I am now taking viewer suggestions. I think it'll be a pretty fun series. Anyway, if you were informed of the latest news and enjoyed my thoughts and theories, then be sure to leave a like and a subscribe for future Pokemon content. It helps out a ton. For now, this is Entity Maze, signing out.